Good morning, and if it pleases the committee, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Blue Jenny Stout, and I am representing Palm Beach Lakes Community High School. These are my other colleagues, Andrea Corelli and Elijah Duperson. We are here to discuss questions from Unit 1.
Montesquieu said, "If a republic can be small, it is destroyed by a foreign force. If it be large, it is ruined by internal imperfection." Do you agree with his assessment regarding the dilemmas facing large and small republics? How did the presence of foreign powers such as France, Spain, or neighboring indigenous nations shape the colonists' argument or proposal for governmental structure? In your opinion, has the American Constitution system struck a balance between the strength of a large republic and the internal harmony of a small one?
Ladies and gentlemen, this question is about when Montesquieu said, if a republic be small, it is destroyed by foreign forces. If it be large, it is destroyed by internal imperfection. It asks whether or not we agree. I agree.
I agree with Montesquieu's assessment that a large republic's biggest problem isn't foreign force but internal problems. I believe civil wars all will support this.
Yes, I agree with Montesquieu's assessment regarding small and large republics. I agree with this assessment because current and past examples of the American Civil War and the war in Ukraine supports this point.
The reason why I agree with Montesquieu's assessment is because smaller countries are nothing vulnerable due to their size and population. A recent example is the situation with the US and Venezuela. It shows how bigger nations challenge smaller ones. The presence of foreign powers shaped the colonists' arguments by emphasizing the need to overcome the weakness of the Articles of Confederation. It had many faults, as it was too weak to pass or interpret laws, couldn't tax, which made it hard to pay debts, and failed to unify the states. When the colonists were at odds with European powers and indigenous nations, the Articles failed them. When facing that, it rose the idea for the Constitution to solve the issues that occurred.
The presence of foreign powers like France and Spain influenced fears of European conflict. In the early Republic, colonists were focused on establishing sovereignty and avoiding entanglements with European powers. Indigenous nations were different. The colonists were under the manifest destiny belief during the 19th century that believed that they were divinely oriented to expand all across North America, leading to many conflicts with said indigenous nations.
The presence of foreign powers shaped the colonists' roundabout arguments and proposals to form a strong government due to hysteria from foreign forces like European countries and indigenous nations taking American colonies.
The American constitutional system has not struck a balance, as it has the strength to fight foreign wars but lacks internal union. Some internal imperfections is the nation's rising public debt, a decline in public trust and respect for elected officials, political factionalism, and organized opposition movements, as well as institutional failures.
In my opinion, the American Constitution has struck a very weak balance. The U.S. undoubtedly has the strength of a large republic. The U.S. military is the third largest in terms of active military personnel, but the U.S. is anything but harmonious. That in many ways can be a good thing. The U.S.'s diversity is put ahead in many categories. However, it cannot be ignored how divided the U.S. is currently. In the No Kings protest, nearly 7 million people participated.
I believe the American constitutional system hasn't struck a balance at all in between the strength of a large republic and the eternal harmony of a small republic. I believe that since the American government can fund other countries constantly and utter foreign wars, but lacks the eternal harmony to shut the government back on, which directly affects their citizens.